In Lagos, good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the conversation here on Lagos Television. I am Abimbola Bello.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the program. I am Ajibola Ocheshola.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adebimpe Omotayo, and Abimbola is back. She will come and tell us why we did not see her here yesterday.
Well, first day is here already this week. What's today?
It's Thursday now. You are correct.
I am Joy Olu. Welcome to the conversation. The weekend is coming.
Adebimpe, what is it with my case?
I did not see you yesterday. We did not see you yesterday.
On the show or in this
We're
premises?
talking about the show.
But Joshua was here.
We did not see you yesterday.
What is it with green? With Adebimpe this week?
Because we're discussing
This
the
week,
environment.
Abi?
Yes.
We've been discussing the environment since Monday.
Yes, I think it was yesterday or the day before
Yes, she
yesterday.
had
it was
green yesterday.
Yeah.
Did she wear green on Tuesday?
No,
I
She
can't
wore green
remember.
yesterday.
This will
What
be
green
about the
yesterday?
third time this week.
this is the third, yeah. It's
Yeah.
about the third time.
Okay, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, community is tomorrow. I don't know what you will wear.
Planting is on Sunday.
So she
So
can
just
as well just wear
continue.
green all this week. Okay.
But you know
The
something
line
funny?
is green.
Something funny happened yesterday in the House of Reps. The shouting session between Honorable Kapila
You know they've been having those back and forth issues, and before Uju finally came to the house yesterday, and you know that Kafilat is the House Committee chair.
Chairman, yeah.
And I don't know where this will end, but what some other people were saying is that, but you both are from the same political party. What is the problem? But I think that if there are gray areas that the Honorable Minister should clear, let it be cleared. Because again, these are allegations. And when money matters come up to the fore, the House of Reps sometimes seem to be a little bit more upright when it comes to probing.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just want the books laid bare.
Which
So-
were some of the questions that
Exactly,
Honorable
so
Kapila was
if-
asking Minister. But
exactly.
she just fled up.
There's something between the two of them. I don't know what it is.
1.5 billion naira was released.
They are
Just account
women.
for the money. Simple.
They are women.
They are women. That's how we behave.
We behave like that. Okay, Lord, don't bring this to governance. I beg. Just account for it and let's see where this will go. Well, let's take a news point for today. Should we start? Because what we're talking about on this side of the divide today is about food. Perhaps
Okay,
Adebimpe
I would
can
start.
start.
Okay, we'll regulate price of imported foodstuff. That's coming from the federal government, who has said food items to be imported into the country in the next 150 days will be subjected to recommended retail price to bring down the high cost of food here in Nigeria. This came on the day the lawmaker representing Borno South Senatorial District Senator Ali Undume alleged that the food crisis in the country was further worsened by the fact that President Bola Tinubu was not accessible to be advised by lawmakers and even cabinet ministers. Recall the government a few days ago suspended import duties and taxes on food items such as rice and wheat, among others.
Well, I think government is trying all they can to again cushion the effect and look at all of the things that can be done to find a meaningful solution to these situations. So as much as government is trying, I think they also need to look at how the market men and women can also be, I don't want to use the word regulated, because oftentimes they seem to be the problem. Because the way they add money to these items,
Food
to these
items.
commodities, and you keep hearing that was not what I bought it, or I've not
Yes.
sold the old stock. So if government is trying as much as possible to remove tariff, to import grains, and look at how prices will crash, I think that market board
It's very necessary.
is still a necessity here, because we cannot continue to. If you leave this vendor, the next person, you can't guarantee that it will be the same price, because they'll tell you we didn't buy from the same place.
Yeah.
So as much as government is trying to look at all of these things, we also need to talk to ourselves. That is, they also need to reach the headship of the markets to see how they also can help mitigate some of those problems.
I even like the fact that you mentioned the headship of the markets. Fortunately, we know is the head of the market.
But you
in
know
Lagos
that
State.
in Lagos State, in Lagos
And
State.
some of these people too, if we imported Abimbola, the forex market is volatile.
Yeah, but it's the federal government that is importing.
This regulation, how is going to work, is what I don't know.
They will find
Because if
a
you regulate in
way.
Abuja, how would you regulate it in Lagos?
In Lagos.
Nasarawa,
And
and
Jibola,
some other
but,
states.
but they are regulating forex. No, now, but they are regulating forex. So even if you say each state, what works in Abuja might not work in Lagos. But what works in Lagos, can it be universally in Lagos? So it's not a case of because I live in Ikoyi, then you will look at me and say because I am riding big car.
That happens.
I
so
should,
It happens.
your location determines what you're going to
Yes.
buy.
How you
yes.
even appear?
Determines.
Also determines-
so
determines the
that's
price
why
they
that's
give.
why
The
many
price
people
they
will
give.
drop their cars and take Marwa to
You know,
market.
time it was on this program that I complained that I was buying one apple for 500.
500 naira.
It is
Apple
now
is for
700.
No, I still bought five for 2,000.
You're still
Yeah.
buying.
That's 700.
Your
I
gas.
still buy
You still buy
because
of
if
your
I want to
gas.
rest, if I want that peace of mind,
Our own is banana.
No, but really,
Banana.
really, it's getting
But
worse.
you know, there's no local tangerine at the moment.
Yeah.
So it is the imported
Imported one,
tangerine.
yes, this
One is
orange
500 naira, and we have
Wow.
a preference for it.
Oh my God.
If they say I want orange, you go and bring ordinary orange.
Orange
They
is
will
not
tell you
tangerine.
it is not the color.
That is yellow.
It's not the color.
But really, the alarm that Senator Nduma raised yesterday, it calls for concern.
It is
because
real.
it's beginning to liken Nigerian situation to that of Niger and Sudan.
We never reach.
Anyway,
Hey.
the Minister of Agriculture.
Some people don't reach, they are in Nigeria, but they don't
Anyway.
reach. People are not feeling well again.
The Minister of
Yeah.
Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, has assured that prices of food items in the country
Minister that we
will
hear
crash.
from only once in a while.
in the next 180 days and has pleaded with Nigerians to be patient with the government.
We are patient.
We are patient.
We are patient.
It's patient.
All right. Let's take the second story. Supreme Court to deliver judgment on local government autonomy today. I'm sure this is one judgment that a lot of people are looking forward to. The Supreme Court will deliver judgment on the suit seeking full autonomy for the 774 local governments in the country. That is today, July 11th. The notices on the developments have been sent to all lawyers in the suit. The federal government instituted the suit against all the 36 states of the Federation. In the suit filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, the federal government is also asking for an order preventing the governors from arbitrarily dissolving democratically elected councils. The federal government also requested the Apex Court to authorize the direct transfer of funds from the Federation account to local government by the Constitution. The suit was on 27 grounds.
I read a particular story yesterday where the president of Algon, not Algon, Norgay,
Okay.
and
Local government
members of
employees.
his executive, yes, they actually organized a prayer session that's to Supreme Court
They should favor them.
and rescue them from the jungle of the
It
governors.
has
Oh my
reached.
goodness.
Honestly.
It has reached. I think for me, the beauty of this judgment for me, not necessarily in the funding, but for me is the arbitrariness of governors to just say that your tenure has ended.
because
or
I'm new in
because I
office.
am new in office, so you must go. And then you bring caretaker committee. Where is the law? Providing that. So if they are, let them spend their tenure and conduct election.
Elections,
Even if you are a new governor, the constitution is there. Can we begin to respect the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
Some of our governors are, I don't
So
want
is it-
to say lawless.
So many have said they are the biggest problem.
They are.
So do we
And you know,
continue?
they have a clique, Nigerian Governors Forum, so they always want to have their way all the time. And aside from their funding and the election, there is another particular issue in that suit. I've forgotten it now.
There are 27 grounds anyway, but those are the two germane that, of course, let's hope, and thankfully, this will be the final judgment.
Supreme
After
Court now.
Supreme Court.
That's the final bus stop.
No court again. So let's hope that the Supreme, and this one is a case that was instituted by the federal government. Let's see where the pendulum will swing. Okay, Ajibola, let's take your story.
Okay, I love the way we started this morning from food to local government. Now we are back on minimum wage. Labour meets Tinubu today, insists on 250,000 naira minimum wage. The NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress, has said it will press for 250,000 naira minimum wage during a planned meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the State House today. The head of public affairs of the NLC, Benson Upa, said Labour will insist on its 250,000 naira proposal during the session with the president. We are going to the table with our demand of 250,000 naira, even as the cost of living has since moved up. We have been very, very reasonable and patriotic, Upa told correspondents. Labour leaders were invited to a meeting with the president in furtherance of Tinubu's promise to hold more consultations with stakeholders on the new minimum wage. And the proposed meeting is coming about a month after the president said in his Democracy Day speech, which was on June 12, that an executive bill on the new national minimum wage would be sent to the National Assembly for passage. So all eyes on Mr. President today. And of course, I know that the likes of Adebimpe and Joy, they are already anxious, staying glued to their TV to see what Mr. President is going to say at the end of his meeting with Labour leaders today. Is it going to be 250,000 naira or not? We'll find out in a couple of hours.
I'm sure the president will still buy more time. I can assure you.
So we're going
And
to.
so why is he meeting them?
So we're going to
That's
start.
what I mean, so if you're meeting them, you would. Anyway, let me not.
Arias is piling up. Oh.
Let's see how it will play out. If they are insisting
July.
that 250 and the president says, okay, we cannot pay 250, we'll pay this, but
I'm sure
again,
Labour
give
will
us
bend.
time.
Labour will bend.
Give us time and we'll start paying at
If he
so
wants to buy
point in
time,
time.
he should actually propose a figure.
That's what I'm saying. So if he proposes a figure and still say, give me time to start paying that money, but he has said that he will pay a certain figure. Let's see
When?
how, I don't know, am I president?
And what is the figure?
Am I president? Me, I'm just talking my own.
Today is the day.
Today is the day.
Today
Today
is
is
the day.
pregnant. It's going to be
Very pregnant.
This today has
But whether you like it or not,
Today,
you will pay new minimum
you
wage.
know that local balance. One day, monkey go market.
Yeah, money go market. I've been waiting for.
Joy.
All right. We'll soon overcome electricity blackouts. This is by the Lagos State government. The Lagos State Electricity Bill 2024, which is before the State House of Assembly, will end blackouts in the state. This is according to the Lagos State Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Biodun Ogunlewe. He gave the assurance at a one-day public hearing on the bill at the Assembly Complex yesterday. The bill for a law to repeal the Lagos State Power Sector Reform Law 2018 is to provide for the creation and administration of the Lagos electricity market and related matters. You will recall that in 2023, March 17, the former President Muhammadu Buhari signed into law a constitutional amendment that allowed states in the country to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity in areas covered by the national grid. Ogunlewe said that the bill, if passed into law, would allow the state government generate, transmit, and distribute electricity directly to end users.
Well, I mean, right step in the right direction. If you ask me, how this will work, again, will determine on whether or not this bill gets passed. You know, it is to repeal the current bill before the Assembly. But one thing that I know that Lagos State government is also, why they're particular about this bill is so that the state can generate and distribute its own electricity. But what I am not clear about is, and I'm not sure that bill also, yesterday that hearing also talked about that, will be how the billing
It's going to be.
it will be. So if, of course, firms are licensed to generate power in Lagos, will the firms be the ones to determine how much electricity will go for, or will the state government, you know, determine, you know, the price of electricity? Because it's going to be a business for the firms that will get the license to transmit electricity. So at that point, what happens? Who fixes the bill?
think maybe they would
If
set
I'm
up a
coming in as
regulatory
an
body.
investor, it is what I buy that I will sell to you.
Yes, but then government
might
will remain a
regulate.
regulator.
Yeah.
So government will remain a
regulates.
regulator.
And another area which I do not understand by this bill, are we still going to rely on the national grid?
I don't think so. Because if you're
not
generating your
relying-
electricity,
Yeah, that means
if
you're
you,
generating- okay,
you're
yeah.
generating your own electricity, but then again, it's just like the IPP that we currently have.
Okay.
The IPP does not generate its electricity from the national grid. So the modalities, I guess, when this law is finally signed, all of those things will
If it is
be
constant,
laid
people
bare.
will
I
pay.
think that's just the majority, the main thing here.
everybody solve their problem.
Constant electricity and also being able to supply electricity to areas that the national grid at the moment is not covering. There are so many communities in Lagos that do not have transformer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So many. So if government has the power to get to those places, it's just that when they start now, nobody should come and say that they are billing them 236 naira.
Because that wolf, there's not a wolf.
276.
So
As long as we're not being billed 200 and something,
There'll be some
and then
kind
we
of
are still going to
regulation, I
buy
know.
fuel or diesel for our generators.
well,
But when they have to maintain,
you
might
will
shut
still
down.
buy.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times that, your generator will still need to work. Okay, those are our news points for today. Let's quickly head to the X platform to take a look at what's trending this morning. For the lovers of that platform, it's been buzz since yesterday, and a lot of things trending on that platform. But this morning, we're taking a look at one of the offshoots from what happened day before yesterday up until yesterday. And so, Big Ayo has finally been released
congratulations.
to him.
What about his mom and sister?
Did they arrest them?
Yes.
They did not arrest them.
No, they didn't arrest
They
them.
didn't arrest them.
because
They
Ayo-
went there by themselves,
went there.
and they insisted that if their brother and their son
Were
was not
detained.
released,
Was not released. That they would
they would
stay
stay
there.
there.
That was a
So
story.
they stayed there out of their own volition.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, they also could not say that they were arrested. Because according to the story, they had gone there because they wanted to effect the release of Ayo. And then the police said, no, he still has a case to answer. And they insisted that, okay, if he's not out, if he will not be released, we will be here with him.
I think some of the things that we're beginning to experience now as regards what we say on social media will put some sense into those that are very careless as regards what they say on social media. People
It
just
is
feel
not
it's a free ground for you
guaranteed.
to say anything to anybody.
It is not guaranteed.
Unbridled
Freedom
thoughts.
is not absolute freedom.
Anywhere, it is
It
not
is
absolute.
not. It is not. We just need to, again, flip side. Will they take it? Would they take it if someone, said to them all of those things that they are also saying to other people?
I saw this video where she was saying, I've gone mad.
That she's ready to die.
She said, but I will not die alone.
She's ready to die.
If Shebi, I want you said I will die, but I will not die alone. Honestly, we need to get to that point. We need to also get to that point that be it celebrities, we are all individuals. We
Yes,
have
now.
blood flowing in our veins, and there's a limit to what anybody can take. You
And there was
cannot
a
continue
video
to-
that I also saw as well, where Very Dark Man initially criticized
beg,
Toyin.
I
Later
beg.
he apologized though.
I beg.
apologized.
I beg.
Very dark.
I beg. Can we go?
Very dark. I did not say that. That was a slip of I'm sorry, I did not say that.
He has learned his lesson.
The other lady
He doesn't want to
is
go back
still
there.
receiving her own.
I beg. It's okay. All right, those are our news points as well as the hashtag for today. We'll take a quick break. When the conversation returns, another big story we're taking a look at today, where the United Nations is warning that by 2030, a figure of Nigerians will go hungry. And we're asking, are we not
afraid.
hungry already?
I'm afraid.
So that conversation is after this break.